हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू द न्यू वीडियो। इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट द न्यू एडिशन ऑफ इंटरनेशनल बार एसोसिएशंस इंटरनेशनल क्रिमिनल कोर्ट मूट कोर्ट कंपटीशन। बहुत लंबा नाम हो गया। इन शॉर्ट वी कॉल इट आईबीए आईसीसी मूट कोर्ट कंपटीशन। ये इंटरनेशनल क्रिमिनल कोर्ट के बारे में कंपटीशन होता है। सो recently, a few days back, IBA announced the new edition of the competition, the 2023 edition. These are the important dates of the competition. Registrations have started from 19th of September 2022. The mood problem has yet not been released, but you can expect it to be released around 25th of September. The team registration closes on 25th, so it is really important that you to complete the registration by then. The next part, this is not relevant with regard to the teams who are participating from India, because the problem solving questions and deadline for submitting the same is only for teams from those countries where there are no national or regional rounds taking place. The teams of countries that directly qualify to the international round. In India, the same does not happen. NLU Delhi conducts the India round of the competition, and top four teams in last 2 years there used to be top five teams because it was virtual due to COVID, but again it is back to top four teams from India would be qualifying for the physical rounds that would be taking place in Hague in Netherlands. And it's a hell of an opportunity. You will never want to miss it. Next, the deadline for the memorial submission. Now, this is something interesting. The deadline for the memorial submission is 6th of March 2023. Now, 6th of March is the deadline for memorial submission for international rounds, which means that although NLU Delhi has yet not released the dates of India rounds, but it will sure and certainly take place before 6th of March unless there is a further notice of extension or something of that sort. So you can expect India rounds in Feb. And the final competitions, they will take place on from 2nd of June to 9th of June, as I said, in Hague, Netherlands. The competition is organized by Leiden University of Netherlands, and it is one of the most reputed and toughest moot of this world. Now, why is this moot so tough, and what is different in this moot? At first, the teams consist of usually a maximum of 5 members and minimum of 3 members. Additionally, you can have 2 mentors, maximum of 2 mentors. Also, IBA provides you with an option that you can opt for a mentor from IBA itself, but you will have to pay some money for that, and there are various limitations. So it is advisable that you don't opt in a mentor through IBA. Rather, you should yourself do some research, look for the teams who have done well in the previous editions, look for people who have done well in previous editions, and you should approach them, and if you're lucky they will be ready to mentor your team, and that will really help you. Now, this is a move which, if you don't have a proper mentor, I will advise you not to do, because it is one of the toughest moves. Usually in a moot, there are two sides. One being the prosecution or the appellant or the petitioner or whatever you wish to call that. Second being the defense or the respondent or counterclaimant or whatever you wish to call, as per the format of the moot or as per the law subject. Here in ICC, it is the only moot of the world where there are three sides. First being the prosecution. The second being the defense. What is the third? The third will be either of the state or the victims. Now, there are certain years in which, as per the moot problem, the third party is the victim. And there are certain years in which, as per the moot proposition, the third side is the state. Last year, it was the victims. So you can expect this year to be the state, because it usually goes on a rotation basis. Now, since there are three sides, so first, that means that you need to make 3 memorials. Now, here comes the difficult part. You need to make 3 memorials, but you can either say the person is guilty or not guilty. There can be just two things that you can say. So it gets always very much tricky, because either the victims would be supporting the victims would be always supporting the prosecution. Now, the state, as per the Moot problem, can be supporting the prosecution or the defense. So ultimately, they will be also saying either the person is guilty or not guilty as per the Moot problem, which means that your memorial can of the state or the victim can look identical to the memorial of the prosecution or the defense, and it becomes a huge challenge that how do you bring out that difference, because there is a huge negative marking. It puts a very bad impression. You get really bad marks in memorial if the two memorials look very much similar. You are putting all the same case law, because automatically if you want to say the same thing, you will put same the same laws will be applicable, and then the case laws would be similar, and most of things would go similar. But here comes the challenge, that how you are going to differentiate it. That is the first challenging part. The second challenging part, the memorial. Now NLU Delhi has one of the strictest format checking policy, and there are huge negative markings that come through. Now, for a small mistake, suppose there is a margin that you have put wrong on just a single page, you can end up losing around 18 to 20 marks, and that can make all the difference in the competition, because 50% marks to qualify further to from the prelims to the next stage is considered from the memorial, and 50% from the oral pleadings. So you need to be very careful, and this is why you strictly need a mentor. You need a very good mentor who knows things, who knows stuff, and who can guide you, so that you don't make those small mistakes which can ultimately cost really heavy. The next important thing, here you do not divide time among the speakers. Now, the one person who will be arguing from the side of the state will argue all the issues from the state. No second person would be coming. You cannot say that I will be arguing the two issues and my co-counsel will be arguing the further two issues. No, you have to argue. If there are four issues, you have to argue all the four issues. And there are total of 30 minutes, 20 minutes, the original time, and 10 minutes for the rebuttal or sub-rebuttal, whatever it may be. So one person needs to argue everything. Makes it further difficult to argue for 30 minutes. Additionally, since the concept of Rome Statute, International Criminal Court is very new, it is really difficult to find case laws. Rather, you will have to refer to the commentaries, you will have to refer to the research papers, and this means that you will need to study a lot. You will need to study a lot, you will need to put lots of hours inside the Moot. So only participate in this Moot if you are really dedicated and really wish to do well in it. Just for fun's sake or just to gain experience, please do not come here. It's not a child's play. This is not a kindergarten Moot. You cannot do it until and unless you have a really good team and you are really very serious and you have a very good mentor. Further, this Moot also becomes very challenging because it's a long duration. You will need to sacrifice your Diwali, you will need to sacrifice your New Year, everything, and only then you can expect getting a result. I remember in the year 2020, when I was participating this Moot with my team, we were lucky enough to be one among the four teams from India who made it to the international rounds. And we worked every single day. Even when it was New Year, we were in college working. Christmas, we were in college working. Diwali, we were in college working. Holi, we were there working in the college. You have to work day and night, and you need to work hard. We were also lucky enough to get a really good mentor who guided us really nicely, and ultimately we got the result that we wished for. But remember, if you do well in this Moot, you can do well in any Moot. You can do well in any Moot. There is no other Moot in the world that is more challenging, especially with regard to criminal law. There is no other Moot in the world that is more challenging than the ICC Moot Court competition. The Moot problem has yet not been released, but it will be again based on either one of the four crimes that are listed in the Rome Statute, or they can be based on two crimes listed under the Rome Statute. If I am not wrong, last year it was based on a crime against humanity. The year I participated in, it was based on the crime of genocide. And trust me, it's not that tough if you read a lot. You need to just sit focused and you need to read and read in the right direction. That's where the mentor helps. So I think that's it for this video. You would have understood what is a ICC moot court competition, how it takes place, what are the important things relating to it. I will try to get my team in the next video so that we can just talk around the stuff, that how should one prepare for the moot, what are the things that one should do, just to give you a basic idea. And till then, I will say that thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Please do post your comments if you have any feedbacks for us or if you have any questions. Further, the email ID will be there in the description. Do write to us if you need any help or you have any doubts or confusion that you do not wish to ask in the comments. You can directly send a mail to us. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.